Hey, good morning, Facebook. How are you doing? Steve Miller here. Do you know where I am? Do you know? Do you know where I am? Yeah. Well, in case you haven't guessed, I am here in Washington, D.C. And behind me, right there, the U.S. Capitol building. Oh, it's been a beautiful, beautiful sunrise. I mean, it has been amazing today. So if you're watching, please drop a comment. We're going to have a chat today. I'm going to show you a little bit around in something I like to call Where in the World? Where in the world is Steve today? So right now I'm here on the National Mall, and behind me, as I said, the Capitol building. Tashi. No, I'm not at the White House. The White House is actually a little bit down the way. I'm not going to quite make it over there today, but I would like to go there again. Fantastic place, great tours. Yeah, actually, speaking of the weather, hey, and Manjith, hi. Speaking of the weather, yes, the weather here in DC has been unseasonably warm. Normally it's a little bit cooler, maybe 10 degrees Celsius cooler, but it has been a whole lot warmer here today. But yes, the Capitol building where Congress is, the United States Senate and the United States House of Representatives meet in there. I can't pronounce her name, but hello as well. But I'm actually standing on the National Mall. So behind me, you see the Capitol building, and let me flip the camera around. And you can see the Washington Monument. It has been absolutely fantastic and beautiful as the sun has come up today. And what I thought I'd do is walk around, show you a little bit about this environment, have a chat with you on this wonderful Friday morning here in DC, evening over in Asia, where a lot of my friends are. But a couple things about the mall here. This is fantastic. And you can see someone jogging here on the National Mall, which is a favorite pastime, as well as it's a little bit hard to see with the sun over there. But over in the distance, I don't know if I can zoom on this. Can I zoom? No, I can't zoom. But you can actually see a park bench right there at the end of my fingertips. And that is actually where a lot of people spend their lunch breaks. They come and read. And truth be told, as we see all of these trees around here, this is one of my favorite places to come and relax. And the beautiful grass greenery here on the mall, which is also dubbed America's front lawn. And this is actually a lot of fun because since this is a national park and a place for people to come and congregate and visit, it's just a great place to relax. So we're actually going to head over to that building right there, the castle looking building with the flags on top. And as we get closer, if you have a guess as to what that may be, please let me know in the comments. Yes, very cool place, Manjith. Now, since this is a place where people come to congregate, to relax, to enjoy the falling leaves as they come down. Look at all these leaves that have already fallen. It is actually autumn. Yes, it is autumn. It is fall. Different kinds of refreshment stands. But if you saw my Did You Know about the National Mall, you may have seen me ride the carousel here. I tell you what, I may be middle-aged, but I do love acting like a kid sometime. It is so much fun to get on one of these carousels. Oh, check this out. This is actually kind of cool. I didn't notice this when I rode this, but a seafaring dragon on the carousel. Yes, Van, absolutely beautiful. Look at the coloring on that. Look at the ornamentation on the saddlework. Fantastic. So Tashi is asking, is the castle a place where people enjoy and play games and children and the family? Not quite. As we get closer to the castle, I'm going to come over here. As we see on the far side over here, we have one, why don't I try it? Well, it's not open yet. There's a fantastic sculpture garden, the Hirshhorn Museum Sculpture Garden, that's actually pretty close, but it's also not open yet. I would love to take you down there. Some of the artwork installations that are there are absolutely stunning and beautiful. But here we have one of the many museums on the mall. I believe this one is the American History Museum. Beautiful, beautiful location. And I'm going to come over here, pan around so you can see the castle. Oh yeah, I plan to go inside. If we like these live shoots, I might actually do some more of these. But check out the beautiful ornamentation of this historic building. It's actually stunning, absolutely stunning. And if you can see on top, the wind has stopped a little bit so you can't see the flag. But what this is actually the Smithsonian Castle. So back in the day, you may have heard, or you may have heard recently, the Smithsonian Institution and all the museums here out on the mall. And the Smithsonian Castle was the very first of the Smithsonian museums. And right now it just currently houses a lot of the administrative offices of the Smithsonian institutions. But it's a beautiful building. And there's a great statue right in front, which is I am going to show you. Quadrital, the Smithsonian Castle is the full name. Beautiful. You stand before it. But here we have the statue. Get down. You want to see me smile? I will do so in just a minute. There you go. There's Joseph Henley. So Tashi wants to see a smile. Hey, how you doing? There we go. So there's my smile as I come up. And we are going to get a little bit closer to that. Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. As we walk around, please let me know where you're watching from as well. Since this is the Smithsonian Castle, they have this information out here where you can see a lot of the information. So just around here, these are all the different museums that are close. So you have the Hirshhorn Museum, which I mentioned, which is the art museum, air and space here on the mall, the Anacostia Community Museum, Natural History, American Art, American Indian Museum, National Zoo, which is not too close to here, American History Museum, the Freer Sackler Asian Art Museum, the African Art Museum, and the National Portrait Gallery, as well as the Postal Museum. And there is another shot back at the mall and the museum. And one of the things that's great about many of the museums here on the mall is that they're all within walking distance. I mean, just a few minutes away from one another. Now, back down the mall, so you can see the Washington Memorial right there. It's temporarily closed because of some problems with the elevator, so you can't go inside. But if that's the memorial, if you head back over that way, that is where the new African American Museum of History and Culture is located. And it's so popular that they're actually taking tickets for timed entry into the first few months of next year. So if you want to go see that, you really have to plan ahead. Watching from Manila, magandang gabi. The Washington Memorial is fantastic. Now, adjacent to the Smithsonian Castle is another building. And in case you are wondering, we have this little frontage road here. And then on the other side of the building is Independence Avenue. But I'm going to take you into one of the gardens here. Washington Memorial, fantastic. So this is a rose garden. Nothing in bloom. Oh, but we do have a beautiful, beautiful pink rose. Check this out. Oh, that is fantastic. Tashi watching from Delhi, India, but you are Tibetan. Oh, that's a beautiful flower in full bloom. Nonetheless, I love flowers. I think one of my favorite things to do is check out various arboretums. We have here lavender veranda. Ah, that's a beautiful, check this out. Whenever I see various depictions of lotus flowers, this reminds me of it. But see this, when I think of lavender, I actually think more flowers like this instead of that. Oh, this is a beautiful rose bloom here as well. Let me check that out. Oh, with the little red buds there. I've never seen a flower with red and white blooming petals before. I truly wish, as I get down off the edge here, I truly wish both those were blooming. That would be fantastic. We have some yellow roses here. The yellow rose of Texas. I don't know the rest of the song, yeah. Can you make it zoom? No, I can't. I wish I could make it zoom. I tried earlier. You know, if I was using a different application, not just the Facebook Live, I might have access to a zooming camera, but I don't. Nazrul Islam is watching from Malaysia. Where are you watching from in Malaysia? I've been to a few places in Malaysia. I've been to KL, had a great time there with my wife traveling around. We have been to Penang and to Georgetown. Well, Georgetown is on the island of Penang, but we went to Georgetown as well. Fantastic. Ate like a king while we were there. It was so good. Oh, the street food in Penang is awesome. Absolutely loved it. All right, so now we're going to turn the corner here and get into this little garden, which is someplace I like. Nasa Nasa, hello from Mongolia. Yeah, it's winter. Winter is coming. I feel like Ned Stark in the Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. Okay. So, the name of this place, I think the placard's on the other side. So, oh, check this out. Cod foliage from a sweet potato. Yep, this is an ornamental selection of the edible tuber. This one is called Bewitched After Midnight. So this is coming from a sweet potato. That's amazing. That is amazing. Oh my gosh. So yes, Nazrul. So you are from KL, great place. Looks like India. But in addition to the ornamental, you have these great spiring trees here. But I think one of the most redeeming features, or the most enhanced and entrenching and enchanting features of the garden is, of course, the fountain. Oh. Little trickles of water, not much. I'm so funny. Just having a good time. I love being outdoors. I love being outdoors. But yeah, I think it won't be too much longer before they're going to have to pull the water from that to avoid freezing. So this is the Mary Livingston Ripley Garden. And actually they have free garden tours every day at 2 p.m. weather permitting. Does it smell good? You know, I have a little bit of allergies this time of year, so I really can't smell a whole lot. Oh, check this out. That is beautiful. That is really beautiful in there. And there's no placard, so I don't know the name of the plant. Now, this is Genitana True Blue. And you can see it looks more like a purple to me. Does it look like a purple to you guys? I don't know. I'm not really buying the true purple. Let's see what we have here. These handwritten things. Wow, someone has been devouring the foliage of this Nicotiana. Makes me happy to provide food for the insects. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh yes, I am taking care of my health. Ooh, pine cones. These pine cones? Yeah, Pinus strobus. Niagara Falls weeping white pine. Yeah, little allergies. I get allergies twice a year. We have a spider web in here. I'm not sure if you can, oh, you can see it in the camera now. I don't know. Anyone out there afraid of spiders? I once had a coworker terrified of spiders. This is a beautiful little garden, like the little hanging ones right over here. Fantastic. Well, yeah. The Mary Livingston garden here. Adam Dolok. Nice. Well, thank you for joining me today. As we make our way through the garden out to Independence Avenue. Oh, now see, okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. This reminds me of lavender. Oh, we got honeybees. Oh. I don't know if it doesn't want to focus. Oh, this is a huge bee. Look at that bumblebee right there. That is a big bumblebee. Isn't nature great? Absolutely fantastic. You are Tashi. No, I am Spider-Man. Are you Peter Parker? Are you Peter Parker? Miles Morales. Vitang, hello, back to you. Now, once I get to the street, which we're almost up to, I am going to have to conclude this little live broadcast. What does this do? Oh, wow. You can actually do filters on your live broadcast. Some more plants here, and then the building over there. Don't go near, otherwise he will bite you. Maybe on a future story I will tell a funny story. I will tell a funny story about how I actually tried to attack bees once. Not the brightest move in my youth, but it was quite funny. All right, my friends. That is going to conclude today's Facebook Live. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please let me know why. And if you'd like to see more of these where in the world kinds of Facebook Live events where we take you out and about to some of the world's most beautiful locations and get to interact with you in real time on a live basis. All right, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic weekend, no matter where you are in the world. And until next time, be true to yourself and always be awesome. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. If I can figure out how to turn this off. Oh, there's the finish button. All right. Bye-bye, y'all. Have a great one.